want to introduce you to the Coffee Break Podcast. I am Lyrican. This is Mr. Tony Raw, and that gentleman down there is Mr. Jimmy. How y'all doing?
Always on the bottom. Always on the bottom. Cheers, fellas. Cheers.
Look, I'm smelling my stuff.
How's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling?
Doing
Good. How are you
great.
doing?
Well, apparently we established Jimmy's the submissive bottom. First thing in the podcast.
Day one. Sorry, I gotta clean up my coffee stain here. You guys got me so excited. I don't know what to do with myself. Jesus. Anyway.
So
Let's go.
all three of us come from Raw Cut TV radio programming that we did.
We are a family. Raw Cut Radio.
You, sir, Mr. Tony Raw, what was your favorite time? What was your favorite moment of that whole radio show, of the time of all of us being in cahoots with each other?
So you mean Raw Cut Radio and anything that followed?
Yes.
Honestly, for the people that are watching and know who we are personally, I think honestly, I mean, some of the best times were the laughs. Because I tell you what, I have never laughed so much since we did like the Real Talk show and anything connected to that, like when we used to go live and when I was DJing at the local clubs here and acting a fool and I mean, I mean, the whole point of all this was a brotherhood. And honestly, that's all we had. And look, how many years later? What do you mean, 2020? How many years later? And look at us right now.
7 years, easily.
Is it? I thought it was more.
At least
I've known Tony as about as long as I've been with my wife, so about almost 10 years.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Because I made that Raw Cut name a long time ago before you guys even realized what the hell I was doing. But I made it with a friend of mine from Jersey because I lived in Westchester with DJ
Edge.
Eddie Ward. He was going to college at Westchester University. I was not going to college, but he's like, "Hey, bro, you want to live in our house?" I'm like, hell yeah. At that time, I was working for Comcast, the TV company, and I got a transfer to the local office, and I lived a college life without going to college, which was a blessing. It was awesome. I loved it. But anyway, back to
if we only had cameras then, huh?
Oh my God, we'd all be arrested.
I'm sure Eddie could tell stories.
Oh,
for
and
days.
me have stories. Oh God. And
Hey, Jimmy, let's make that happen.
No. We'll all go to jail in a loving way.
All right, go ahead, Tone.
Anyways, so I mean, the whole birth of the Raw Cut thing was in Westchester. When I lived in the town, they were going to school, by a brother of mine called Andy, but his stage name was Drew Blood. And we made music just for fun. Like, he's a bass player in a hardcore band. If you're from the East Coast, like New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, blah, 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 you know what hardcore music is. He was a bass player, and it was like real headbang, kill your mom stuff. But he was a big Wu-Tang head. You know what I mean? Like, he loved Wu-Tang. And he could rhyme, right? He's like, "Tone, yo, throw a beat on." I'm like, okay. Because I had all my production stuff there, and I was DJing and still making beats then. And I threw a beat on, and he just starts saying, like craziness. So, of course, I had to record it. So right there, at the end of one of his raps, he says, "Oh, my God, that was a raw cut."
Boom.
Boom. That was 19. Hold on. I have it tatted on my arm because that's where Tony Raw, 1997. So he said, "That was a raw cut." Boom. That's how Raw Cut was born. Westchester, Pennsylvania. And then from there, everything was Raw Cut. Come on, my personal business is Raw Cut Lawn Care. I cut grass under Raw Cut.
I know, and whoever did your logo did an amazing job, by the way.
Yeah, that's it.
Who did that, Jimmy?
I don't know. I think the same person did my logo because it's
Really? It's like the same gesture? All right, so big shout out right now to the best graphic designer I know, Mr. hold on, Anthony, but AKA T-Zine Graphics right there. He is the best graphic design guy I've ever met. And honestly, he has taken care of myself for everything. Raw Cut, Mr. Tony Raw, blah, blah, blah. And Jimmy, I'm saying.
Jam.
And Jimmy Jam right there, DJ Jimmy Jam, Raw Cut family. And Mr. T-Zine, Tone, Anthony, is the one that has taken care of us. And he has not abused us with money because he knows we're family. So shout out to you, brother.
I didn't know that story about Raw Cut. That's actually really cool. We were talking about that.
I never told you that story?
No.
Yeah,
Wait
that's
till you hear Jimmy, tell him how you became Jimmy Jam. Please do it. It
I
was a
might know
great
this
story.
story. Go ahead.
So it would have been 1988,
88.
89.
Oh,
Yeah.
see?
88, 89. I think it actually was 88 because I would have been a junior at Lancaster Catholic, where I met Mr. Raw.
Doing your dance routines?
No,
Oh, come on.
I was at Rick's place,
Who was it? Sorry.
and there was, back then, the big thing was having a posse.
Of course.
Everybody had a posse,
Of course.
and there was a group of guys from Hempfield that were really good dancers.
Everyone, Hempfield, we're all from Pennsylvania, just to let you know. Go ahead.
Yes. So it would be a couple guys. I'm not throwing names out, but I was dancing, like trying to dance, and they made a complete fool out of me because back then you didn't get in fist fights, you got in dance
You got
battles.
dance battles, man. Hell yeah.
I want to know
So-
if you guys snapped to each other. Like,
No,
we weren't the Sharks or whatever.
no. You got the wrong era, brother.
But they made a complete fool out of me, and I couldn't dance. They used to call me Jimmy the Wallflower because I would just sit there.
Oh, wow. But
So I got really upset, and I went home and I fired up the VCR and I recorded every Yo MTV rap,
yep,
every Janet Jackson,
yep.
New Edition.
I'm loving this.
Hammer. I just mimicked everything. Michael Jackson was my hands down, always.
Trust me, Jimmy, we own it.
But
Well, everyone who's watching, trust me, we'll explain that in a later podcast. But go ahead.
But I went back. I ended up shaving. I used to have longer hair. I shaved my head. I got a flat top. I went out to Chess King, and I bought all kinds of like MC Hammer pants and Bobby Brown
Rayon
pants,
shirts? Did
Huh?
you have rayon shirts?
parachute pants in the 80s too.
Parachute? Yo, I had parachute pants, but I could have danced like MC Hammer.
I had a feeling.
So I went back to Rick's place and I called every one of those guys out and I made a fool out of every one of them.
Yeah.
And the one bouncer there said, "Man, that Jimmy can jam," and that's how I got.
Oh, shit.
That's how Jimmy Jam was born.
That Jimmy Jam, that Jimmy can jam. I never knew that story.
That is the truth. That's how my name was born.
Damn, so we got Mr. Tony Ross story. We got Jimmy Jam story. But what about Lyrican?
Well,
I've heard this story, but I don't know. Let's get in depth. Go ahead. We're having fun, man.
the brief of it is I used to be a beatboxer. I used to be known as Human Beats. And, you just, all that crazy stuff.
Roselle? Go ahead.
Yeah. And it all stemmed from a battle that happened.
You guys still have coffee? Sorry.
Yep.
I finished my coffee. Y'all old people.
Cheers, Jimmy.
Salute.
There you go. Okay.
This is Coca-Cola.
Okay, whatever. This is the coffee break.
Well, my it's still caffeine. Give me one. So I'm beatboxing and we're battling this guy, and the guy was losing the battle, so he started rap dissing me.
What year is this? I like years. Jimmy knows. Like I need that because everyone. Tone, you're 36, right? All right, so I got 8 years on this man, and Jimmy has about 833. So,
Yeah, this is about 95, 96-ish in there.
okay. So you're, what are you like?
Yeah, just mid-teen. Yeah.
Like 7th grade?
Yeah.
I'm in depth. I need info. Sorry.
Yeah. 7th, 8th grade.
Okay.
No, yeah. I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
Because in high school is kind of where the next persona took over.
And I know
So
that.
the guy destroyed me, made everybody look. But in the midst of performing, I noticed, and you know me, I'm a people reader. I read a lot and I pay attention.
Yeah, you got that DJ vibe,
When he said
as we all do.
bars, the guys would be like, oh. And then when he said certain bars, the females be like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
And then I took that in, and then I stopped DJing, and my cousin started DJing more. And his name was DJ Chaotic. So we would do all the school dances.
Yep.
I started hosting them with him, and then I got a little more feedback from them. And then I was like, I want to start rapping. So I would practice, start rapping. And my cousin Pedro is the one that actually came up, and he's like, yo, you're a Rican that spits lyrics.
That's what I was waiting for. Okay. Say it again.
You're a Rican that spits lyrics, so why don't we just call you Lyrican?
So explain to the crowd that don't know what a Rican is.
A Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
What I am, what Tony Raw pretends to be, and what Jimmy Jam probably is. So, you know.
Ouch.
But you know what's funny is all our names were created by somebody else saying it in
Literally.
a sentence.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's organicness. 'Cause even when we were trying to figure out our group name, when me and you combined, we were at a former place of residence of yours in a previous time, and we were having an empanadilla party,
Yes.
and we were
Oh
trying.
my God, you remember? I can't.
We were throwing out names here and there.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Damn, lyrically raw." And from out of the room, I think it was my wife or
Maybe.
whoever else. Oh, we like that. Lyrically raw.
Yeah, but first it came out. Oh, Lyricin, Tony Raw, Lyricin Raw, Lyrically Raw. Oh my God! And of course, it was created by someone else. So all of our names were created by someone else.
It's amazing.
The only thing we created was the coffee break, because we sat here for about 15 minutes and beat at our head till we came up with.
Right, same thing, same story. But now we have the Coffee Break Podcast, and there we go. You know what's funny? I was making fun of Jimmy Jam with the Labradors on his mug.
You have a panda.
Oh, what's on my mug? I got pandas. But it says, Dad. That's why, you jackass.